didn't feel good about it, but what's done is done, and now I'm lying bleeding on the floor. I put a bullet in his head. There was no hesitation, but you made it easy when you strapped his body to a chair. So say goodbye to everything you ever knew before, and I'd understand if you went running out the door. And I'll keep you safe, and no harm will ever come to you, I swear. And I'll kill if they even dare. I'll kill, I swear.
Hi, Your Highness.
Leonardus Buddhist Maximus.
How you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm doing great.
Would you like to introduce this dude that's in our studio?
We have this really weird dude sitting here. We never have anyone else in with us.
I know, it's so cool.
Landon, can I shake your hand?
Absolutely.
Landon.
How's it going? Thanks for having me.
Oh,
Hi, Landon.
sure.
Thanks for being
And
here.
Your Highness.
Anti-highness.
Welcome to Michigan Murders and Music, where we discuss murders in our gorgeous state and top it off with a little homegrown music, leaving you with a happy ending and on a good note.
Absolutely. I would like to take a moment and let Landon tell us a little bit about himself.
Yeah.
Where you're from.
I'm from the beautiful city of Los Angeles.
Yeah.
Nice.
I produce podcasts for the Jack Osbourne Media House.
What?
Nice.
Say what?
Yeah, we've got a lot of new podcasts coming out. We're just launching. So in July, we'll be dropping Jack's podcast. That's called Jack Osbourne's Ghost and Grit. Talk about everything from paranormal to, he's sober, so he talks a lot about his sober life. And
Excellent.
Very cool.
yeah, just about anything.
How long has he been sober?
Oh, gosh.
know?
He's been sober 22 years,
Oh,
I
shit.
think.
No kidding.
Yeah, he got
That's
sober when he was like
fantastic.
17.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah,
They got into it a little young, didn't they?
they sure did.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember being on the Strip and seeing them at like the Roxy, the Troubadour, at like 13, 15 years old.
Dude, that's
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah, it was cool.
That's so exciting.
Your
so
Highness.
I might have to eat my words someday, and we may not always be an independent podcast. We'll see what happens.
we can
in
bring
the future.
third parties in. And, yeah, absolutely.
We'll see what the future holds.
Exactly.
Anything
Thank
else?
you, Landon.
No, I'm happy to be
Sweet.
here.
We're
Yeah,
so excited
I
to
got,
have you.
It's a great story we're about to go into.
It's
I mean,
crazy.
not
Is-
great,
I-
but
right.
Well, it's interesting.
it is interesting.
Do we have any new listeners?
We do. I'm going to start. We have Lana Parrish.
We have Maggie. And who's this Northern Logistics driver?
Oh, there's a Northern Logistics driver who picks up from Cedar Springs Manufacturing, and he takes car parts to some other place. And he started listening to us, but I don't know his name.
That's pretty vague.
But he's going
Interesting.
to know who he is
Yeah, well,
because he's
know.
got a very specific place that he drives to and fro.
Yeah, I've got a new listener, Gigi and Judith Lowe. So,
Oh,
yeah.
And
Thanks
then-
for listening.
I have one more. Terry Coleman. He's the owner of West Michigan Lock and Key.
I still have one too.
Oh, you do?
Courtney Scott.
Excellent.
Your Highness, I need to give the explicit content warning before you get out of hand. Now, first of all, Her Highness
Don't get out of here.
will say naughty things, and we don't want anyone to be offended by those words. And those
Quit
are just
being a
words.
soft crotch.
They're just words, but when laid out in a certain order, they become offensive.
Do words hurt you?
Now, in addition to that, I was caught quite off guard this morning. We were having our coffee, watching the sun come up, and then I heard Her Highness say loudly, "No penis."
No penis!
She screamed it.
You almost spilled your coffee.
Took me about 6 seconds to realize that our cute little innocent baby chihuahua
Bianca
was sniffing the
Delano.
undercarriage of our 10-year-old miniature pinscher.
She was licking the red rocket.
Yeah, and yeah, okay. So
Not
it's
okay.
not, yeah.
That is, it's not allowed.
Not okay.
in this household. So if your kids or your dogs lick red rockets,
It's not okay.
It's not
Don't.
good.
Mm-mm.
we don't have
Get them
insurance
some help.
for red rocket licking. They're gross. Why can't they just take the red rocket out when they fix them? Surgically
What,
remove
you like
it.
snip it off?
Yes.
That's an interesting
They
thought.
circumcise guys. Why can't they, like,
It's circumcision.
need
It's
the
not
red
cutting their
rocket.
pee-pee off.
they don't pee out of the red rocket. They pee out of a different tube.
Okay, I don't understand the anatomy enough to argue with you.
I'm gonna say it's a good idea, but
'cause it's
maybe
gross.
not executable.
Not everybody's going to appreciate that idea.
We would like to keep our podcast commercial-free and independent. So if you are feeling tipsy, check out our website. There, we have a tip jar in there, and you can put tips in it.
Yeah, I used
Tips.
to be really
we were
tipsy
just talking
when
about
we were
tips,
doing that.
weren't we?
Terry
Dogs
Coleman,
tips.
the
Dogs
Terry
tips.
Coleman, the guy, the owner of West Michigan Lock and Key, he bought some T-shirts from our merch store.
Oh, very
so
nice.
that's another way you can support us. Do us a favor, share us with your friends. Let them listen to us in their ear canals. Let them sink into their eyeballs through their ear canals.
Your Highness.
I'm high.
Who
Sorry.
are we featuring this week? The band that we're featuring.
Drink the blood.
Their
Dude,
blood?
they
Oh,
are.
drink their blood?
Wait. Did you say Drake the
No,
Blood?
That's
I
kinda
did
what I
sound
heard,
like
too.
Drake. Let's try this again. Drink the blood.
Did you say the?
God damn it. Drink their blood.
Jesus.
I don't even know my own stuff.
Where are we going?
Landon, when you're from Michigan, what do we do to show people where we're from?
Bam.
Bam,
Open the
bitches.
hand.
We're
Yep.
going to Kalamazoo, which is...
I have to use the other
I
hand.
always
that one.
use the
Oh, is it
wrong
that
hand,
one?
too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh.
I'm always asking
You've been
at
jacking
words.
off. I see that right there.
That is the jack off line. Yeah, for sure.
We're going just about smack dab in the middle.
Oh, yeah, kind of.
Maybe a little south of smack dab in
Kalamazoo.
the middle.
We know where Kalamazoo is. Everybody
Kalamazoo,
knows where
Michigan.
Kalamazoo
I think
is.
it's in the Johnny Cash song. I think he sings about Kalamazoo, Michigan.
I think he does.
All
I
right.
think he does.
We are talking about, and I really hope we're going to say this name right because I could not find it, how to pronounce it. Neenef Odah. He was born in May of 1979 in Iraq, nowhere near Michigan.
Yeah, it's a long ways away.
Okay, so Neenef was the second child of Wilson, the tennis ball, or the volleyball, and Susan Stroma Odah.
We are going to murder these names.
I
and
am
it
so
is-
sorry.
You know what's great, though, is the first name is Wilson and Susan, like all normal.
I wonder, did they change their names when they moved across?
Yeah, that's what I
yeah,
was
I wonder.
wondering. Like
And then
Asian
did they
people
watch a
do.
lot of Dennis the Menace with Wilson?
Mr. Wilson.
Mr.
Nice.
Wilson.
Hell yeah.
His father was a doctor, and I'm pretty sure his wife didn't do anything. I'm not sure.
You mean
I don't know the culture over there. I'm just saying she probably didn't.
So the family was considered well off. Having money does not help when you're living under the rule of Saddam Hussein.
So they moved to the States, and being an, I'm going to butcher this word, help me out, Assyrian
Yeah.
faith in Iraq did not
Yes.
bode well under Saddam. That's for sure.
Assyrian faith is a Christian group considered in the Middle East. This is written funny.
It is not. Assyrian faith is a Christian group considered in the Middle East and are. It is written funny.
Yeah.
Landon, you looked up the faith. What is it
I
all
did.
about?
They're called Chaldeans.
They're called Chaldeans, absolutely.
Oh, yeah. Carry on.
Yeah, they are, they follow the Holy Spirit and the Father, is what I saw. I'm not much about religion. I don't know much about any religion, so I didn't really
neither.
understand. Yeah, I don't know.
I always thought that Chaldean was a racial slur, to be honest with you.
No, they are called Chaldeans. Iraq, Iran, and Syria. That's the Chaldean
So it's
group.
basically early Christians.
They have to be a minority there in that area, I would assume.
They're
yeah?
considered a minority, but they hold their own very nicely.
Good.
Yeah.
So are women, apparently, but you'll get called out if you hold your own. That's what I read. I don't know.
Yeah, it's an
Move on.
interesting
No.
complex over there.
Mm-hmm.
By the time Neenef and his family moved to America, he knew how to read, write, and speak Arabic, which was not common in most Syrian households.
Neenef moved to Seattle, Washington with his family when he was 12. Poke you in the belly button.
Don't do it. Don't do it. It's important to remember that telling of this story, the social family constructs of men and women where Neenef grew up.
He ended up graduating with really good grades from the Jesuit school called Seattle Preparatory School in the year of 1997. You want to hear some Jesuit stories?
No.
Okay.
The Odah family had a family of their own in Michigan. In fact, Neenef's cousin was going to Western Michigan University, and there's a large Chaldean. I don't know why I can't say that word.
Because I typed it wrong.
Okay. Chaldean community in southeastern
that.
Michigan.
Yeah, this is why the family chose to move to Michigan in the first place. Mr. Odah wanted his son to be a doctor, and what better school than the Kalamazoo College?
Kalamazoo College, you guys. This sounds like a junior college. It's not.
Mm-mm.
It's small, but she's mighty.
It's pretty
And
prestigious.
It cost a couple of bucks to go there.
Mhm.
Sure does. We actually know
I
somebody
was
who
just
went
going to
there.
say, we
Yeah, me
happen to
too.
know a little man. Do you know him? Is it the same kid that we're talking about?
No, it's a lady.
Oh.
Yeah,
What?
a lady.
His brother, my nephew, played football for Kalamazoo College.
He did.
He was number 55.
That's right. He was a beast.
Fucking yeah. He kicked ass. There's nothing like watching a family member.
So you have a
play
nephew,
football.
and he has a nephew.
It's his brother, my
Oh,
nephew.
It's my brother.
He's my
sweet.
nephew.
Yep. Hence the reason, Aunt, Your Highness. I don't know.
It's a little slow on the uptake, like my car.
It's those natty lights, I think.
It
It's those
is.
natty
Shut up.
lights.
It's
What
not
are we
funny.
drinking? What kind of natty light are we
Those
drinking today?
Natter Days.
Okay.
Yeah, there's
Okay.
strawberry
Would you
and lemonade.
would you like to taste one?
I'll take a taste. I'll take a taste.
Take a
sure.
swig. You like it?
I mean, I'm not much of a drinker,
Okay.
but this tastes good as far as a beer goes.
It-
Yeah, it's got a little bit of a fruity taste. I like that.
Yep. Me too.
we live.
I'm a little fruity, so I like that.
It works well.
Are you going to finish that, or should I finish it
You
for
should
you?
probably finish that
Okay.
for me. Yeah.
We know that they have now moved into Michigan with the rest of their family, and Neenef is going to Kalamazoo College. It's a private college, and he's going to start his pre-med and medical school there.
On campus, Neenef was known as a fun man. Words as a quiet.
I'm sorry.
Who wrote this?
I do it just to fuck with you.
I hope so. Jesus. You just put words next to each other and expect me to read them and have them to make sense.
It really
I think
doesn't.
maybe one of your grandkids
says
wrote it.
I think
words
so too.
as a quiet, young, quiet, sad tense. Why doesn't that make sense to you?
Okay.
I understand he said words of quiet, young, tense, young, sad, tense man.
Let me just sum this up based on the next statements. So, Neenef, okay, he found a girlfriend who was a honky, and
You can't say honky.
I can't.
I guess you can.
I mean, he's a
I don't
honky,
know.
so
You're a
No, he's
Get away
he's a
with it?
Chaldean man.
well, you boot,
You're a
I'm a
honky.
honky.
are a
So
honky,
Yeah.
and I'm a honky.
We should let's just bring that one back. Hey,
Mm.
honky, what's up?
So
That sounds
he
horrible. Yo, honky.
he found a white girl. This Chaldean found a white girl, and his family was not happy with that at all. They
ostracized
ostracized
him.
this guy. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that would imagine put a lot of pressure on the son there.
Oh, majorly.
I mean, he could be back in Iraq fighting wars.
Yeah. So
This is better than that, but there's
I know that we can't understand this kind of family dynamic. I think when you come in as I keep wanting to say import.
as an immigrant. Is that what you're trying to look for? Yeah,
Oh my
yeah.
God.
I just want to wait and see what
Oh
she has
my
to say.
I figured I'd just nip it in the bud real quick,
Thanks. Gee, it's It's a whole different world. You're striving for different things than our lazy Americans do, basically, is what I'm trying to say. We don't know the kind of family dynamic that they have.
Ultimately, his family put a lot of pressure on this young man, and he needed to succeed. That was their only expectation of this young man. And the last thing they wanted was for him to get into a relationship with an American woman.
No, sir.
Mm-mm.
I've heard they're trouble.
Yes, they are.
Okay, cool.
This
I
is
don't
why
have
all
a
my
trouble,
friends
but,
are
you know.
guys.
I don't either.
I'd rather have guy friends.
Nice.
Wink.
Neenef is going to the private Kalamazoo College, home of the Hornets. That's what Ryan was. He was a Hornet.
He was a Hornet. I almost wore my Kalamazoo College
Oh,
sweatshirt.
you still have it?
I do.
Oh.
I do. I went and saw him one time living in L.A., flew to Texas to see him play, and got my sweatshirt out there.
That's sweet.
I have no idea what you guys are talking about.
Football.
Oh,
Football.
okay.
Yeah, he still wouldn't have a clue.
So the majority of his co-students liked him. We're still talking about this dude, right?
Yeah.
He seemed to have a good personality.
This whole story's
He
about
was
this
quiet,
dude.
but well-liked. He seemed to get along with others. In fact, only one person really just did not get a good vibe from him. He even said that people like him were why he moved from his home to Kalamazoo to get away from douche canoes.
He talked to friends about the dashing culture regarding women. He was very aware of the difference. I wonder how much cultural and how much was his ego.
Ego comes into play.
I'm sure
Huge.
it has to.
He had a lot of pressure on him, not only with the class load and curriculum he had to abide by, but his family dynamics with the pressure to succeed.
So Neenef meets this girl, Maggie Wardle.
She's gorgeous. She's a beautiful blonde lady. Young
And the couple started dating around
Christmas.
Christmas, first semester at Kalamazoo College.
Yeah. So pretty soon, college starts in the fall, right? Like everything else. According to an article written by Arthur Santana, the young college couple broke off in 1999. Said that they were taking a break, encouraged by Maggie. So Maggie was like, I think we should take a break.
Big mistake, apparently.
Neenef's junior year, he had changed his major to computer science. I wonder what his parents thought about that.
Oh, Lord.
With stipulations
This
from
is
his
what
father.
his parents think.
GPA had to stay up, and he couldn't date honky women.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Well, they did fight a lot. It was partly because Neenef was a controlling boyfriend. And that's a red flag to me. Others said there was no physical violence between the couple.
Upon coming back from summer break, Neenef would be heading into his junior year, and Margaret, or Maggie, was only in her sophomore year.
Source Arthur Santana, the Seattle Times, by Mayoko Wolf. They learned from his friend that Neenef was having a rough summer and not at all enjoying his break time from Maggie.
He was all heartbroken, and maybe not because you wrote this funny again, too.
Damn it. I needed.
Why do I get the ones that are written funny? He was all heartbroken and maybe not in because too good with his family.
Were you smoking Jeters when you wrote this?
I think I was.
He's not
Cheaters
going
are
to
the
be a
fucking
doctor.
greatest. I can't even do English when I'm smoking cheaters. He was all heartbroken. His family had pressure because he wasn't going to be a doctor now. He's mad that Maggie broke up with him, even though he's not supposed to be dating her to begin
Oh, he's going to lose his stuff
So-
pretty soon. The two ended up seeing each other again in the new fall semester of 1999.
We're gonna party like it's 1999.
I knew you were gonna do that.
I mean, you have to do that when you hear 1999.
Always.
I'm feeling like maybe she was pressured just a bit to just try again.
Kind of feel like he was like, Maggie.
Yeah.
Maggie.
Mm-hmm. A little
I love
obsessive.
you.
Maggie.
Mm-hmm.
Please, please.
Come back to me.
I love you so much.
He often bragged about being in fights with guys, fights that supposedly he had been involved in. So he thinks he's a badass a little bit, I guess.
Those
little man
kinda
syndrome?
guys.
Probably.
Don't they drive you nuts? They're like, yeah, man, back home in Iraq, I kicked some ass.
Oh, yeah.
But then we ran the minute the war started.
Get a pickup truck
But
and
I mean, I
you're
was
fine.
kicking ass.
Yeah, before that, I was a Billy badass.
He had been known to punch things during arguments, some of his friends said.
Yeah. Well,
That's a thing. That's another little red flag.
Their fall reconnection didn't last long. Sometime in September.
Oh, my God.
Why do I get those every time? Jesus.
You guys, it says, this is all one word, TMHAERGYAREL broke up again. Him and Margie,
They broke up
they broke up again. That's what that
in the fall.
Yeah.
Gosh darn it.
Yeah. They were fighting. Neenef took up stalking her physically and with constant calls and texts. So basically on campus. It's a small campus.
It is a small campus.
And then he became nasty, really nasty. And he would yell things at her like slut and whore in front of others and across the campus.
Not okay.
Not
Not
no.
even in 1999. This dude. Why didn't anybody trip him and let him fall on his face?
Serious.
I mean,
You know, his with his friends, he kept, complaining that she had cheated on him.
of
Of course, right?
Yep.
He's not the bad guy. He's a narcissistic dick.
Kalamazoo's homecoming of 1999 was coming to an end, and we head into the school year, the first week of the school.
During the homecoming dance, although they were not dating, Neenef was pissed because Maggie danced with another boy.
Uh-oh.
He was actually a former friend of Neenef's, I guess.
I think, yeah.
Yeah.
So double blade, double-edged sword.
Didn't he know about bros before?
You
You know the saying. I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say it. Not gonna say it.
I
I'm
love
not gonna
it.
say it.
You don't do that to a bro.
Last time I said that, I might have been in high school. So
Yeah,
pardon me.
sometimes shit just slips out. Like when I say your beers light in the loafers. I don't mean anything by
Yeah,
it.
but we get attacked.
Yeah, we do. It's okay. So
'Cause you're
Maggie was
homophobe.
dancing with another boy, and on the next night after homecoming ended, homecoming is a big deal in college too. So there's probably parades, and the game, of course, happened. I wonder if they won.
right.
So on the night of October 18, 1999, it was a Monday. Maggie and two of her friends were hitting the books to study.
Neenef had texted and called her a few times that evening saying that he had something he needed for her to read.
Yeah, he probably wanted her to do his homework.
I thought the guy was smart.
You
Shouldn't he have been doing his own homework?
He couldn't
You
be a
would
doctor,
think.
so he's not that smart.
It's true.
He's moving down
true.
to the computer world. Listen to me, dog, and people who go
After-
to school.
Right?
Hi, I went to hairstylist school.
You're right.
That's all I did. Sorry.
After 11 p.m., she finally caved against the warnings from her friends and put her sweater on to go help Neenef.
Oh,
What kind of sweater was it? What, was she wearing anything under it? Was it
it's a cashmere sweater
Oh, okay.
for sure.
Nice.
Probably pink.
Mm.
She's cute. She's blonde with blue eyes. Gorgeous girl. Gorgeous. You'd date her. I'd date her.
Because I'm that guy.
I'm just saying, she's a beautiful lady.
She is very beautiful. She was very beautiful.
She's a gorgeous young lady, yeah.
I read on the causeofdeathwoman.com that Maggie said to her friends, he just wants to read something to me. I'll only be gone 20 minutes.
Her friend replied, well, if you're not back then, I will call you.
Also, the website has very detailed information if you want to dig a little bit deeper.
You know me, I just try to cover the basics. Let you guys do your own rabbit holing if you want. Fighting was heard coming from Neenef's dorm room. Numerous dorm-bound students had the misfortune to be familiar with the sounds.
My brother, he actually lived in that dorm.
He did.
Not the dorm, not the actual room, but he lived on
same
the
dorm.
on the east side of the dorm.
I'll be darned.
I believe it's only 2 stories, maybe 3. So they're not dorms like we'd see it at,
Michigan
University
State
of
or-
Michigan or MSU, right?
Interesting.
Wow, that's creepy.
Wow.
We were just
Coincidence.
talking about how many people die in houses and buildings and stuff that you don't even know
And we all
about.
just move into them, and it's like nothing happened.
You have no idea. Yeah, you have no idea that somebody died. You're just like, what?
On that evening, Neenef's suite mate, they slept in different rooms. That sounds kind of familiar, doesn't it?
Shut up. Don't tell people we sleep in different rooms.
It's good, clean living.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Anyway.
My wife and I sleep in different rooms too.
Yeah,
It's great. It's great for the relationship.
I
is.
sleep so well.
As do I.
And the dogs.
So Neenef's suite mate came through the bathroom and knocked because he heard the fighting. He was just checking out to see what was going on in there because
Yeah.
something sounded
And they're
wrong.
like the suite mates, like basically there's like there's a room and then there's a bathroom and there's another room. So like 4 or 5 people like share the bathroom. So you could go through the bathroom to get into the other dorm room,
we get it.
basically.
We've all been there. The young man knocked on his door and Neenef answered it.
The young man saw Maggie on the bed there crying. Neenef says something along the lines of, "Hey man, we're just talking. I'll catch you later."
Catch you later, brah.
Catch you later, brah.
brah.
Catch you later, brah.
That's so 1999.
It's, hey, brah.
Probably had a visor on upside down.
Exactly.
Hey, brah.
Malibu's Most Wanted style.
Fucking love that movie. Despite having seen Maggie crying, the young man
Is that Knapp's Corner Barking Spiders?
Yes.
They have those everywhere. They have some LA.
I keep them in our
barking
house.
spiders.
Yeah. They have them in L.A.?
They do.
Oh, sweet.
dude.
Yeah. They don't smell though like they do out here.
Mine don't.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, mine either.
Okay. Despite having seen Maggie crying, the young man leaves. We all know it's common for them to be fighting, and girls cry. That's what we do. So he was like, okay, they seem fine. She was crying. They're fighting again. That's what they always do. And he left.
He was the last one to see the 2 young adults alive.
Imagine.
No.
It must be kind of a weird burden to carry with you.
Yeah.
I'd feel guilty, but he shouldn't.
No, not at all.
Mm-mm.
You don't know. Nearby dorm students reported hearing beyond the normal fight sounds coming.
Like
Bangs
beyond
from
normal?
the wall.
Yeah.
Like choking and stuff? What is beyond the normal?
Speculation among students were things like, sounded like a closet
Oh,
falling.
here we go.
Loud scream that sounded like a dog.
Someone kicking a football.
Something being hammered into the wall.
One boy even said it sounded like it was hitting things with a baseball bat.
Oh.
What? So it was getting a little physical in there. The brain works funny when you experience sounds that are out of the norm. Nonetheless, dorm mates were taking notice of the loud banging sounds emanating from Neenef's room. God damn it, Boot. There's certain words you can't say around Boot. Gash, banging, penis,
Finger.
finger.
All right. Enough of that. So the sounds were strange enough that the neighboring students were gathering in the hallway and putting their ears against the doors and trying to figure out what's going on.
The cup thing.
I was just gonna ask if they were using the cup thing.
I
You
bet
gotta.
They
That's
probably
what
had
the
red
Somebody
solo
tried.
cups.
solo cups.
Without the ball in it.
Yeah.
They didn't have that game back then.
Yes, they did.
What? Did
Of course
they?
they did.
What?
They've been playing
I just
beer
drank
pong for
without-
decades.
Oh, for the love of God. What do I know?
How else are you going to break tables?
Exactly.
So everybody's gathered out in the hallway, right? And then all of a sudden it was quiet. No baseball bat throwing around. No.
Right.
Mm-mm.
Right. And the lack of sound is what spurred the following actions.
The sweet mate Nevin knocks on the door. No answer. Not good. Nevin, the sweet mate that
Checked on
your
them
turn.
checked on them
earlier.
earlier, then decided. Yeah, there we go. So the sweet mate that decided to check on him earlier comes back, joins the through the adjoining bathroom, and does some investigating.
It's, again, this poor kid. He's the one that went to check on them earlier, right? And found the girl crying. Now he goes back in and he goes to the bathroom door, and there is literally blood and
Pieces of people.
human matter.
Yuck.
And he didn't open the door. That was like coming out from under the door, from what I understand.
Yeah, I would turn and run.
Oh,
Me
dude.
too.
Hightailing my ass out.
Campus security was the first to arrive. He looked inside, pulled the door closed, and kept it closed. No one should see that.
Can't unsee that.
Police are called, and we learn that Neenef had murdered Maggie right there in the dorms and then turned the gun on himself.
What a coward.
Oh, it pisses
it's
me
a
off.
dick move. Yep.
If you're going to do something heinous like that, stay around to face the fucking music.
Yep.
Oh, I get so pissed off at crotch.
Or if you have a problem, don't bring someone else into your problem.
Just take care
She
of
didn't have a
yourself.
problem.
Not that I'm pro-suicide or anything, but don't take someone down with your ass. Just after midnight on the second floor, room 201, a murder-suicide investigation was underway.
A suicide note was left, talked about his pain, his failure that his whole 20 years of life brought him to.
Okay,
I-
they were
I
a
kinda
rich
understand.
family.
They were a wealthy family in Iraq. Yes, they lost their money when they came to the States a little bit, but come on now. It couldn't
You
be
couldn't
that
be
tough.
that rough. People in America have it worse.
Yeah.
Compton.
Working schmoes like us. Jesus.
Yeah, good Lord.
They learned from his roommate that he wanted to commit suicide that summer and was going to buy a gun.
You guys, if your roommate is just generally saying things like that, maybe you should look into it. People don't just randomly say, I think I'm going to buy a gun this summer and commit suicide.
Yeah, that's a huge
and-
red flag. You
Yeah,
gotta talk
like-
to somebody.
Call their parents.
You know what? When you're young, sometimes people say things on a whim. And it's like, yeah, whatever.
you dumbass. You're
Yeah.
being stupid again.
Because you're not thinking the same way they're thinking. You're thinking, oh, life is fun and we have candy and rainbows and daddy's paying my tuition
oh,
and this
yeah.
is awesome.
That's true.
Why would you want to kill yourself?
I got
true.
you. I could.
true.
Yeah, that's true. The other guy's like, dude, what up? He didn't get the gun that he was eyeing. It was a pistol because you had to get a background check and it would take too long. So that's why he didn't commit suicide that summer.
Bummer.
I know, right?
At this
I
point, you
really
wish you would've.
wished that the
He's not- I
background
don't wish
check
that-
would have gone through a
Right,
little quicker.
Right? I
So
mean,
if-
I don't wish that on many people,
Many
but
people.
So
You know?
obviously he's a failure. He couldn't even get the gun to do what he needed to do.
He couldn't get the gun.
You need to cut that out.
Sometimes you wish you didn't say things.
yeah, if we only had an edit button in life, right? Like,
Exactly.
wait, foot in
Back
mouth.
up 30 seconds.
So after the investigation starts, we learn that on October 9th, 1999, Neenef just borrowed his roommate's car. He drove his sad ass up to the local store on Main Street in Kalamazoo called On Target. Not Target, it's called On Target. You know, it's not Target. It's the gun shop right before you get to Meijer.
I know they have a guitar center down there, but I've never seen
It's a
the
really
on Target.
handy gun shop. You can just go right in there and get your guns. Real
Oh.
easy, like. It's great.
For a mere $347.62,
Yeah.
Neenef walked away with a Mossberg shotgun and shells.
I have to say, I looked up that fucking gun.
Yeah?
Guys,
Is it pretty sweet?
have you seen a Mossberg?
I have not. I don't play with guns. My mama taught me well.
Yellow Wolf sings like, I got my Mossberg. Shit. James Brown, motherfucker. Shit. I looked him up. There's like 500 Mossbergs. There's not just like a Mossberg, like I thought. Of course there isn't. But they're pretty
What do you
big
think,
and
Ruger
looking.
makes only one gun, too?
I'm not a gun person.
Me either.
I should have known better. It's like your bases.
You said something here. He has a small dick.
I'm what? No, I didn't say that.
Why is it written
I'm
here?
blatantly against guns. I hate them. Hate them. Hate them.
He doesn't come home from good old Gun Mart that day, though. You have to wait a full day for the paperwork to go through, and
Just to let that hatred steamroll inside you.
Mm-hmm.
The next day, Neenef picks up his new little toy,
Mossberg. Shit.
smuggles it into the dorm room, and I guess it's the DeWaters building.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Without anyone knowing, so I'm curious. Do you just throw a blanket over the Mossberg and walk in?
Well, that's a pool cue, right? Pool cue.
Bro, what's that pointy thing you got under your blanket? Not. I'm just
don't
happy
ask.
to see ya.
Yeah. I got one of those going right now.
As we know now, he intended to kill himself. We don't know if he premeditated killing Maggie also, but he fucking did.
Maggie was a human who seemed to love everyone and would brighten a room wherever she went. She was smart, beautiful to love. You know, she actually took care of her brother who had Asperger's.
She did.
That's nice.
That says a lot.
That is not an easy chore.
Neenef took her from this world and did not have the balls to face her family, his own family, or the world.
It's insane. There were so many red flags. We've done a lot of domestic abuse stories, and they kill me every time.
Yeah.
There's 8 million red flags, and it's like if you try to leave, you're fucked. If you stay, you're fucked. I left an abusive relationship, and I had to have my sister stay with me for days, and you know that was not easy shit.
Yeah.
But she had to stay with me for like a week because I was getting harassed, and same thing. So
Yeah, I'm a product of domestic violence myself, and I know how hard it was for my mom. You know, I thank God I went through that and got through it, and a lot of people don't, as you can see here.
yeah, it's hard. Remembering Maggie is a website that was put up in her honor, and when you open it, big statistics come up. Okay, so there's this statistics. High school students have been purposely hit, physically slapped, or hurt by a boyfriend or girlfriend. 53% of them.
Oh.
Half of high school students have been hit or physically hurt by their...
When I was a kid, and that never happened that I knew of.
Well, you're the lucky 53%, 50 other percent.
47.
I'm not doing math.
47%. Yeah.
Have you witnessed anything like that?
So I did witness some high school domestic violence.
Oh.
Yeah, it was really ugly. I actually got into a fist fight with somebody who was messing with his girl like that in my backyard.
Not many people
I
stand
got my
up
ass
for
kicked,
it.
but I stood up for it. Stood up for
That's-
the person.
Fuck yeah. Most people won't. They'll just, that's not my business. I'm going to. It can be, it's a 50-50 thing.
Yeah.
You can put yourself in a really shitty situation, but at the same time, do you want to live with that guilt of
Right.
not having
Not doing
tried
something,
to
yeah.
do something? Yeah. 43% of dating college women report experiencing violent and abusive dating behaviors. So the numbers go down at 10%.
The demographic changes
Yeah.
as you're getting into college.
Those numbers, that's insane.
It's
Those
interesting.
are absolutely
It's
insane.
still a large number.
Well, imagine the amount that goes unreported that these statistics don't cover.
I cannot even fathom. What do they say? What's the big thing right now? It's see something, say something. Even if you don't want to get your ass whooped, step in that way. You can pick up your phone, call 911.
Especially on a college campus, they've got those phone call stations.
Oh my
like
God, there's
cameras everywhere.
everywhere,
There's
too.
cameras everywhere. Yeah.
Yeah. Lighting is good.
The phones on the campus and along the expressways and stuff they're the result of someone being murdered.
Yeah.
Oh.
Of course.
I mean, you know,
everything's a result of
everything's
somebody
a-
being
Exactly.
like,
Good.
yeah.
Good incentive.
Yes, sir.
Speaker and writer Gail Griffin stated that we need to look at the actions and the types of people that we can recognize wavering signs.
Why are you looking at me?
I have no idea what that means.
Speaker and writer Dale. Oh my God. Speaker and writer Dr. Gail Griffin stated that we need to look at actions and not types of people when we are trying to recognize signs. So, you know, he's a doctor. Doesn't mean he's good. Oh my God, Dr. Death. You know what I mean? Do you get it? You're still looking really confused.
Look at their cultures of family background. I didn't realize you were asking me to understand you personally, what you were saying. No, yes. I get it. Look at their cultures or family background. They're controlling people. And it's their verbal put downs or verbal abuse, even slight, just slighting. Do they tell little lies to go out with friends?
Those are signs. She had to lie.
Oh, somebody's
to
sick,
go out with
so I
her
have to
girlfriends.
go. Okay. Oh.
Because he wouldn't let her go out with her girlfriends.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So if you're in a relationship where you have to lie to your significant other in order to go out at all, no, that's not okay.
Well, keep her
Nobody
from
should
getting beat
have
up.
that kind of control. Well, you're such an
Yeah.
asshole.
Wow. That's the way this thing was.
So this
for them.
Dr. Gail Griffin is actually a Kalamazoo College professor. You can find her speech that she gave on Bandcamp, I believe is where I found it.
Sources for this story are the great book with Kalamazoo College's history, background of Neenef, and the events of October by Gail Griffin.
Yep, I will link the speech that she had given on October 7th, 2011. I'll link it below in the description. That is the story of the murder-suicide in Neenef.
They actually still honor her every year.
Oh, very nice.
They have a day dedicated to her.
That is
On
amazing.
campus.
Her family still does a lot of stuff for domestic abuse awareness and everything.
That's great.
Too. So
That's great.
wow. So what did they do? Like a candlelight vigil type of thing?
Exactly.
Sweet.
Exactly.
That is amazing.
Ryan went to one.
I can't imagine. Did he? I would have cried. There's
Oh, knowing my brother, he's like
Oh,
me.
he's
He's
a
sensitive
mush.
boy. He's a mush.
There's
you
no
know
way.
he felt those emotions.
You can't not. If you're around a whole group of people that are, and then you start
heavy.
thinking, where would she be now? Like, ugh. Oh, the parent. It kills
Yeah,
me.
me
That
too.
kills me. So I just had, we just had someone in the music scene who they had committed suicide, and it's so rough because it's one of those people you never thought would do that. Always had the smile on his face. Wasn't like me on Facebook where like everything's on my like, "Bleh, this is what's wrong. I'm gonna puke it out. He wasn't like that. He was just always happy. If people are always happy, that doesn't mean they're always happy.
Yeah, I mean, look at Robin Williams.
Exactly.
funniest
That's
men around.
exactly what I thought of with Taylor.
Your Highness,
Yes, sir.
who are we featuring
Is it
tonight?
time for the happy ending?
It's time for the happy
I've
ending.
got two boys in
Nothing.
here.
There's nothing better than a happy ending.
I know.
Wait. I've never had one. I've never had one.
Boot loves those happy endings.
10 minutes after this episode, you'll get one.
Nice. I love it. I think this is going to be a happy ending with this, this
That's
local
your
band we're
treat.
about to listen to.
I would like you to introduce the band because apparently I can't say their name properly.
So we are going to listen to Drink Their Blood, a local band that actually looks like they're from Kalamazoo, Michigan.
Total coinky dink. I just like picked a name.
Very nice.
These guys are hard fucking core.
Where do we find them?
I actually found them on Facebook.
Okay.
So we did listen to all of the songs on Bandcamp tonight. Most of them are pretty hard.
Yeah, but they're also a bit eclectic. They
they're
really
eclectic.
had
There's
a
weird.
a different roller coaster ride,
Yes,
sort of.
yeah.
It's kind of brought
At first,
down
I was like,
slow and brought real
"Whoa,
heavy.
this is crazy heavy," and then all of a sudden, it's instrumental.
It's good stuff.
And then you go
I
back
like
into
it.
the hard shit. So
That's a good sign of a good band.
sure is. Drink Their Blood out of Kalamazoo. Peace out. Much love to you, Landon.
Thanks for having me. It's been great.
Thanks for
Thank you,
being
Landon.
here.
Check out the Osbourne, Jack Osbourne's Ghost and Grit,
I am so
coming
on
out in
it.
July, wherever you get your podcasts.
Jack Osbourne.
Drink their blood.
Thank you for choosing Michigan Murders and Music. Please rate the show wherever you listen. Michigan Murders and Music is produced by The Boots. Episodes are researched and written by Your Highness. Edited by Your Highness. Views and opinions are the sole stupidity of us and us alone. Don't blame others, please. Listening to this podcast could quite possibly cause major problems to your earballs and definitely will mess up your kids. Permission has been given to us by the bands, and we purchase our music on bandcamp.com. Support your local music scene and all local music scenes.